Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Continuing with the trip to Peru series, this video is about my trip to the Rainbow Mountain. We started pretty early, around 4 am. The tour guides picked me up in front of my hotel. I was with a small group, around 7-8 people. And then we drove to our first stop for the breakfast. This was a nice little place with Peruvian style breakfast named Vinicunca restaurant. After breakfast, we started our journey to the trailhead for the Rainbow Mountain. After a while, we reached the trailhead for the Rainbow Mountain hike. It was 15,255 feet above sea level. So the oxygen supply was already pretty scarce and the weather was quite cold and windy. Within first stretch of hike, I realized that this oxygen supply limitation is gonna cause some problem because we are going to hike up to 17,000 feet. That's where Rainbow Mountain is. But all those problems didn't matter because the view was astounding. Beautiful valley, snowy mountain in the background. The whole landscape was mesmerizing. The terrain started to get steeper and it was also changing while we were hiking. Sometimes smooth, sometimes stony, sometimes stairs. So it was a little different. On the trail, you can also buy a horse ride to Rainbow Mountain if you can't hike anymore. This part of the trail was a little bit more steeper than before. Finally, we reached a point where I started to see the colors of Rainbow Mountain. This was the final stairs, reached to the top of this Rainbow Mountain trail. The main viewpoint of Rainbow Mountain. Catching my breath was really hard here because oxygen level was pretty low here. We were almost close to 17,000 feet above sea level. I finally reached the iconic viewpoint of the Rainbow Mountain. Then our guide told us that this is not the best viewpoint. The best viewpoint is little farther up. So we have to hike little farther up to get to the best viewpoint. After hiking a bit, immediately I realized what I was about to miss. The more we climbed, the view started to get better and better, and more color variations were visible. Finally reached the topmost point of this trail, 17,060 feet above sea level. In Quechua, Winnicunca, in English, Rainbow Mountain was perfectly visible. Next task was a hike to Red Valley. This trail was mostly smooth with a little bit of steepness at some parts. We arrived at Valle Rojo, or in other words, the Red Valley. This was like planet Mars on Earth, and I kept repeating the cliche.
Red planet. Red planet. Everything is red.
The color variations in Rainbow Mountain as well as Red Valley was due to different minerals, mainly iron, which gives it the red color.
Mars. Red planet. Everything is red.
The guide told us a few fun facts about the Red Valley and Rainbow Mountains. After imbibing enough red, we finally decided to return. The guide asked us if we want to take the longer route or the shorter route, but the shorter route was much fun and it was quite thrilling walking down this steep hill of red sand. It was a lot of fun, but only issue was afterwards my shoes were full of sands.
That was fun.
Saw quite a few alpacas while on the trail. Kept enjoying this view as much as possible, thinking this was almost the end to the great first trip to Peru. Saw a few more alpacas up close. After a while, we are back to the parking lot, the starting point of our hike. The cab ride downhill was also really beautiful. There were so many alpacas on this field. Our trip ended with a Peruvian-style lunch buffet at Vinicunca restaurant. I also tried a local specialty of Cusco, Cusqueña. After that, we got a ride back to Cusco. That's where we were dropped off. And that was the end of the trip to Rainbow Mountain. Thanks for watching. Please also check out my trek to Machu Picchu and trip to Cusco.